watchers, welcome back to Faith, Family, and Fun Reviews. If you're new here on this channel, I share with you delightful, family-friendly, and faith-based movies and television shows. How y'all doing? I know it's been a couple of days, but nevertheless, we are here. I'm hanging out. You know, we go do our thing, getting into these movies and all of that good stuff. But before we get into our special feature for the day, let's get into a little movie business, okay? How are y'all doing? Like, seriously, how's y'all weekend going thus far? Have you been to the theater this weekend? Or you're planning on going? Y'all let me know all of that good stuff in the comment section below, because I do read them all and I just do enjoy hearing from y'all. Like, yay! I'm just excited. I always get so excited, like, seriously, getting on here and hanging out with y'all. But as for me, because I be forgetting to tell y'all about myself, I be so busy asking y'all about y'all, I forget to say what's going on with me. But as for me, I'm very excited. Like I said, it's always so much fun to get on here and talk movies, television shows, all that good stuff with y'all. But I don't know. I'm expecting some good things to come out in the theater, because y'all know how it is as we go into the summer. Right? I'm expecting it's like those big blockbusters, you know, all that good faith stuff. So yes, I'm still waiting on the sidelines for that. Some TV series that I hope get renewed. Always, you know, in my prayers, if it comes to mind, I'm like, okay, God, thank you for renewing this, or just trying to throw that out there. Let them know I would like some things to be renewed. But other than that, like, seriously, trying to be more diligent. Y'all know how I've been on this journey, being a little bit more disciplined as far as, well, all around, not only getting on here, but even like reading the word every day, making sure I pray, and not just sometimes what we do as humans, like, okay, we'll throw a little something up there, or if we happen to remember on the spot, we may say something, you know, like, thank you, God, or whatever. But no, I want deep, meaningful conversations, intimacy, where I truly set aside time, because that's what you do for people you love. You make sure you set aside time, and you make sure you do not go without speaking with them, hearing their voice, hanging out. And sometimes it's just sitting there, being in their presence, listening, that type of thing. So I'm more on that journey, and it's been challenging, but I'm determined to win this. I'm not gonna give up, and neither should you, okay? But we're gonna go ahead and get into this in our special feature today, which is titled Angels in the Outfield. Now, this film was created back in 1994. Y'all know I do nostalgia girl all the way around here. I love me some films back from the 90s and all of that. So y'all know I typically watch them a lot, and I had told y'all in the past, okay, I am going to take y'all along on my journey. If I watch something, I'm going to tell you about it, all right? So let me first tell y'all what this film is about. Foster kid Roger loves the Angels, even though they're the worst team in the major league. His estranged dad promises to reunite the family if the Angels make it to the World Series. So Roger decides to ask for some divine help and prays that his favorite team will turn things around. Now, faith watchers, y'all can just imagine how much I just enjoyed this film, just the synopsis alone, okay? I mean, where do you hear that about it? Even though we should be more like this, okay? If we have any concerns or would like some help, we should take it to prayer first. But a lot of times that is not the way the world teaches us. That's not what is on display or how we go about doing things. I'm saying collectively as the world. Of course, we know different. We should be running to God first. Even if we think it's something very, very tedious, like right here with Roger. He just wants his favorite team, the Angels, the California Angels, to win. That's really his heart, because his dad threw out there that if they win, basically they would be a family. And his dad, saying that at the time, really knew like that seemed impossible. Basically, he was speaking in terms like you had to read between the lines. But Roger is just a kid at this point, and he is taking his dad word for word. Like, if this is what you say has to happen, then I'm going to do something about this. I'm going to believe that this can happen, even though it has never been seen or done as far as he is concerned. But yes, let me introduce y'all to Roger, right? Young kid here. He is a foster kid. He isn't a warden of the state as of yet, because his dad is still, in a sense, kind of have custody of him. Well, it is in position to receive permanent custody again for whatever setbacks his dad has had. And you can tell a little bit when we are introduced to his dad that he does have a little bit some issues, some major issues, probably like keeping a job, keeping things together. You can tell he's smoking, he's doing different things that we would think that is not very attractive as far as being a parent. You don't really think parent here, you don't really think dad here when you see him. He's riding around on his motorcycle, and he just seemed a little bit selfish and in his own zone, his own world. But Roger so happens to be in a foster care of a woman who is truly dedicated to this work. She loves kids. She, even though she knows it's temporarily, all her kids, she hope one day will find a family, and they don't really stay with her long, probably the most maybe like 6 months. And glory be to God, they tend to find good homes for the kids that are under her care. But at the same time, during that time period, she does reaches out to these children in a very special way, where she even becomes like their family. Like Roger's very, very close to the woman here, and also there's a other little kid who he's very close to, who is almost like his brother. And so when his dad does tell him this, like basically they would be a family one day if these angels win, Roger does say a little prayer alone at night in his room. Well, he's alone on his bunk. He got his other brothers, you know, adoptive brothers there, sleeping in their little areas, but he's laying there looking up out the window in a sense and throw out this prayer. And I don't really think that he truly believes something could really happen, but at the same time, he has such a strong desire and a passion that this is his last resort. So maybe, just maybe, God will see and understand and will answer him. And so strange things start to happen after that. Like Roger tends to go to the Angels game, and after this prayer, he starts to see angels, and it's so beautiful, y'all, because y'all know how we feel as believers. We know angels are real, that they are sent by God to do his work and different things. And we do see a lot of the angels doing the work of the Lord here, and they do have their own rules they cannot go against, and they do reveal it to Roger. But it's just amazing that this kid had the faith enough to believe, to pray, and also when his prayer is answered and things start to happen and show up on his behalf, he is not like saying, no, this can't be real. It can't be real. It can't be real. You know, like how some humans may be. You pray, you throw something out there, but it's like, how many times do you really believe that God is going to show up for you? Most people just kind of do it and say, you know, if it happens, it happens. That kind of thing. But how many people really know when they do this that it is going to happen? God is going to show up. I don't know how he's going to do it or when he's going to do it, but he's going to do something, and I'm going to wait for it in expectancy. I am expecting God to do what he said he's going to do. And I believe that's how God wants us to pray, with that certainty. If we can have that expectancy from human beings where we believe them to an extent that we don't even have to think about it, we expect them to do what they say they're going to do, how much more so God? Like seriously, what would it really be like to go to God in prayer and to know and believe that he is going to answer you? He is going to show up. He is literally right there listening to you, to have that kind of faith and belief. And that is what I walked away from this film. Although it is very, very fun, y'all. It's humorous in a lot of ways. And not only does Roger prayer help him in a sense, and yes, God showed up for him, but it was not in the way that Roger expected. And in the end of it all, it was definitely not what he expected, you know. But at the same time, God worked all things together for good, and that was the beauty of this story to me, and reminded me that even though, and I think that be our fear a little bit, like seriously, we may pray to God and know that he is capable of answering us, but will he answer us in the way that we want him to? That is that thing that kind of be lingering in the back of our mind. We kind of want, and we have this vision of how it should be, definitely what our desire is. But what if it doesn't happen the way that we want it? How will we feel about that? And I think a lot of times people, I'm speaking in general, it may not be you, but in general, a lot of times we be feeling like, what if it doesn't happen the way that I want it, in the time that I want it? What if it doesn't look like what I expect it to look like? that fear of disappointment. You know, I feel like a lot of people, which probably slows them down and keeps them from really just stepping out there and letting everything go and doing like this kid here in this film did and say, you know what, I'm just praying, however it happens, I'm just happy, I need help right now. Whatever you want to do, however you want to answer, God, just show up for me, okay? And not have a picture in your mind how he's gonna do it, because I think that's where disappointment comes in for real, y'all. When we so bent on having it our way and it has to look the way that we envision, don't do that, okay? I mean, how would you even like that pressure on you? You know, we don't like that kind of pressure from each other. We don't want people to hold us to that. Yes, I'm saying I'm going to be here for you, I'm going to show up for you, but don't put me in this box where you feel like I have to be this way. There's so much more to me. There's so much creativity to me. And it's like, how much more to God? Like, so I feel like we need to give him that room and that space to do what he does best. And just to trust and know, however he chooses to do it, it is going to be amazing. It's going to be beautiful. All right. Once again, this film is titled Angels in the Outfield. You can find it streaming right now on Disney+. But before I leave y'all for this evening, let's go ahead and get into the scripture, which will be coming out of, let's see, James chapter 2, verse 17. And it reads, thus also faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. So that's all I have y'all for this video. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. Y'all know I so appreciate I can't say it enough for you taking the time out of your day to watch these videos. And for those of you who like the video, for those of you who comment on the video and reach out in your own special way, I appreciate it, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like, seriously, I know how valuable time is, especially nowadays, and it's such a blessing when someone takes the time out to hang out with you. So until next time, may the Lord bless and keep you both now and forevermore.